I think rook f7 should lose the match. g6, rook f7. Yeah, bishop takes h7. Look for sacrifices. No, the rook d8 is covered. So, illogical sacrifice. No, still not a logical sacrifice because of the bishop takes. The variation is always deep. f6, g6, sorry, f6, rook f7. Then you have bishop takes h7. Bishop takes h7, pawn takes check, king takes. Now comes rook f8 with a check. Rook back to f8. Then you have yeah, queen e5 check is always there. But if not that, then if let's say bishop to back, then you have this check, king here, then you have this check, king here, and what next? f6. I think f6 is the only right move. Again, I tell there's no other right move than f6. Rook d7 seems to be very right because it even avoids queen c7 types of threats. Rook f7 is the only move because rook d7, g6, queen e5 check is also a very powerful solution. And rook d7, rook f7, then you just okay, you can go queen b8. Oh no, no, b8 square is covered. Sorry, just looking for checks, but the square is covered, so it's of no use. So then what? If rook f7, then what? Rook takes f7, f6, g6. It's quite risky because there's a fact. Bishop takes g6, h takes g6, queen h4, queen h6. Wow. So that's a fact. And that why isn't that fact with f6 then? g6, f6, rook f7, f6, queen c7. All sorts of unwanted things just come into picture. That is why I want rook d7 first. Because rook d7 first stops queen c7, it stops rook b7, it stops everything else except these two moves. And bishop f7 is just, I mean, f6 is just winning for that, I guess. g6, still not clear. Another good puzzle. Yeah. The point is after f6, took f7, even though it seems that it's a very horrible position, even queen c7 is, I think, the best defense. Because after takes, you have queen takes, and the queen guts everything in every possible fashion. Because if you take first on f8, then takes on f8, queen c3 check, then you have this. And the bishop and that blockade, it will be really tough to break. And with such active pawns on queen side, that is not one can opt for. If f6 directly, then that is what we analyzed. Even you have rook b7, there are plenty of some defenses available for that for f6. But for rook d7, there's only rook f7, bishop f7. So that is probably something to consider. Yeah. And then for anything f6, g6 um, has to be analyzed. Even there is a terrible move order which I saw just. If this sorry, rook d7 and rook f7, f6, uh, rook f7, you just take it and take f6, and after g6 you just take the bishop. There's no point continuing furthermore, and there's just resigning position. But rook d7, bishop f7, you have a very weird calculation, not even continuing with f6, first taking on f7. And after rook takes f7, you have this queen's e5 move, which is so strong that it threats a mate with the rook attack. Rook b8 is avoided, and everything is just gone. So I think that's perfect. Okay, rook f7. What have we analyzed, sir? What have we analyzed? Takes an f6. Yeah, pretty much same things analyzed. I don't think first f6 works. No, right? Sorry. Now anything to try like queen e5 or something. Three moves. Always look for the quicker ones. So queen d6 here is very quick, but the bishop comes in between. Then you have f6 and then you have queen f6. So that's even faster. I think that can be the solution if it is. Like if this you take on c2, then you have this, then you have this, and then you have this, threatening a mate, and also threatening f7. And but then you get some counterplay probably because I'm not actually sure that you get counterplay. Probably f6 is more good. Queen d6 is a beast. Uh, it's a beast, right? But it still provides some breathing space. Yeah, it provides a lot of breathing space rather. It provides a bit breathing space because of queen b6. Uh, this takes, and that's more often not sustainable. So if queen d6, what I was going to is queen b6, queen f8, bishop g8, f6, and then you get g takes f6. And the problem again with the position is you can't go rook takes f6. You actually can go rook takes f6, right? Attack the queen, and if takes and takes. So, but there's no threat. So even if the queen is attacked, so there is no threat. So if you pick queen b4, threatening a check, and there's no immediate threat there. So I think f6 is just done. G6, bishop takes G6, H takes G6, queen check, king here, and queen H6 is almost, it's a game over for black. F6, G takes F6. Ooh, who is going to analyze that? Who is going to analyze G takes F6? Then queen H4, threat two mates. Take here, then take here with the check and mate. Yeah. So f6, g6, bishop takes g6. Anything else for the day? Rook b7 won't work because bishop takes f7. Rook takes f7. Queen b8 check. I think that's further. Favorite variation of the day. So it ends with queen h4. Yeah, it was a 3049 puzzle. So good amount of analysis for us. Actually, I like this puzzle rush for the main reason that they really provide a lot of practice for us, and uh, that you just can keep solving puzzles till you have the chances, the three chances. So again, now you have d4,